just brainstorming around. So my first settings was to I quickly set identity. So setting identity is putting a name. So after that, under settings again, I configured clock, which is the time. I did that. And ensure that I enable router board and check for upgrade if there's upgrade. So I did that. So next online is I named all this interface. I created this port first, named it 1 by typing just 1 here and without touching any settings, and I did OK. So I labeled it using comments, using these comments to put this label: connect to internet, connect to internet. My laptop is low, that's why I'm quickly doing this video. So after that, I created LAN 1 using the port 2 because this one has been my Ether 1. You can see all the labels are Ether 1, Ether 2, Ether 3, Ether 4, Ether 5, Ether 6, Ether 7, Ether 8, Ether 9, Ether 10. It's a 10 port MIKROTIK switch. So I did my configuration using the Ether 1 as 1, which is wide area network port where internet comes in, and using my Ether 2 as LAN 1, the master port for LAN 1. I want to segregate the port 1. I want to segregate the port 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why the port 1 will be the one bringing internet in, and port 2, port 3, and port 4 and port 5 will be the one to bring internet out to internal devices like local area network inside the server room. So configuring it for the server room, that's Ether 2, Ether 3, Ether 4, Ether 5 for the servers and any other equipment in the server room inside. Why the 6, 7, 8 will be for hotspots. That's the Wi-Fi hotspot that will be installed with Ubiquiti, Comfast, or TP-Link access points. The access points will be coming to those other interface of 6 to 10. So let's proceed. So after naming my LAN 1, which is Ether 2 as LAN 1, Ether 3 is not the one I named as LAN 2. You can see Ether 6 is missing here in between 6 and 7. Ether 6 is the one I now named as LAN 2, which is the segregation for the second batch of the switch. So the first segment is Ether 2 to Ether 5. The second segment of the switch of the MIKROTIK router is Ether 6, which I made as LAN 2 as the master. Then Ether 7, 8, and 9 will now be the slave to it. You can see them labeled S. So that's that. That's what I created here. What brought in this bridge? What brought in this bridge? What brought in this bridge is I configured bridge here. I created a bridge. Let me maximize so you won't get confused with the screen. I created a bridge. My first bridge is to create just the bridge connecting LAN with Wi-Fi. Connecting LAN with Wi-Fi. That's LAN 2. You know, I said I'll be using LAN 2 as the hotspots that will be giving Wi-Fi to the public that will be giving Wi-Fi to the environment, selling Wi-Fi hotspots to the mall, to the restaurant, and so on. I'm using that segment for that, which is a 36 that I named LAN 2. You can see it's LAN 2 and Wi-Fi. While I made this WAN and LAN, you can see what I have here. I named it WAN and LAN 1. It's not bridging them together, but it's like a master port for it. So let me name it as bridge for internal server, bridge between servers, between bridge between servers. That's what I have here, bridge between servers. So with that, it has affected here, bridge between servers. And next thing I do is what? I click OK. So I come here, ports. I now start creating this port. I'm doing this video after doing my settings because it's just like a simulation. The simulation is not yet complete, so I'm doing this video to just show the step-by-step why and how I did the segments, separation of the server, having this first part of the switch different from the second part of the switch, with different configuration, with different server configuration. So I did ports and I added ports, which is the port 1. Here is just to select who is who by saying what? LAN 1 here, LAN 1 here will join the bridge 1 and LAN, where 1 and LAN is being connected. So LAN 1 will respond to that. While the second one I created is LAN 2, which is bridging LAN 2 and Wi-Fi. This one is the one for the hotspots I talked about. While I thought that I created another one. This one is the one bridging the one bringing the internet in and the first segment, and which is the servers inside the server room. This is the one bridging them together, and automatically your ETA 3 and ETA 4 and ETA 5 that are coming in to be bridged together as the servers inside will now appear automatically. They appeared after I created this first one. They appeared after I created this third one. After I created this third one, the one, these three appeared. SFP, that's SFP port. I bridge the SFP port with the same segment for me to take fiber from that port to extend my switch, to put on a Cisco switch or to put on a media converter or OLT switch. So, and the one is wireless, which is Wi-Fi, if you can still remember, bridge LAN 2 and Wi-Fi. That's what I did for that. So next thing is to now configure addresses. We configure addresses. So I'm going to be creating address, whereby I'm creating address for the bridge LAN 2. The bridge LAN 2 will be taking address of 10.0.0.1/8. Apply, it creates the bridge, and you click OK. That's the second segment. Okay, are you there? So this also, it's just like assigning IP to those interfaces we created. I'm giving IP to this. If I want to assign IP to this port, it means I want to give DHCP. If you want to give DHCP, you can just leave this to be 192.168. This is like assigning IP address 192.168 this is my internet address, internet service provider address, dot 6. So automatically if I click apply, it creates .6. So I can say /24 for this. You can see that .6/24. So that's why we have this. You can see if I click OK, that's that for that. And I come here again, I had IP for the LAN 1, IP for the LAN 1. Adding IP for the LAN 1 is not a big deal. You can use 172. You can use any IP range you want, 192.168.1/24. If you click apply, it applies. So this is assigning IP address. Now you create DHCP server, and this is where you create your hotspots. If I come to hotspot now, I can say hotspot setup, and it will just fetch out those informations using my configuration. I'm putting the hotspot on. If you could remember, I said I created the hotspot to be on LAN 2, which is our second segment. Next, you can see it got the IP from what I created over there. You can change this to be 8. You can change this to be 0, but let me leave it to be default. Next, my IP range will be this, and the second we jumps here, and the 4 segments of IP, set of IP finishes. Next, DNS server. Next, DNS name. This is like a DNS name, like a routing, whereby the domain name you want your hotspot to call out the captive portal. So it means this domain name will be created and the captive portal will pop out. So if I say, I'm going to say hotspot dot smart AI. Okay, let me just say hotspot dot smartnet.int. You can use .com, you can use any domain you want. So but this domain, mind you, if it's the same domain as your existing website, it's going to route to this server hotspot. So make sure it's not an existing, or you can just create hotspot. If so, make sure it's not an existing domain, so it won't. But it can be, it can be that this subdomain is existing, but this hotspot should not be existing, so it won't be conflicting each other. So that's that. I now say next. Then this day hotspot user, you can create hotspot user and say pass 123 as the password, for example. Then we come here. Oh my god, my laptop and my phone are low. Alright, that's that for this video. I'm going to continue in our next video.